65. Before we welcome our seniors, we would also like to welcome a new sheriff in town, Long Beach High School's new principal who will be taking leadership as of July 1st, 2025, Dr. Andrew Smith. Big round of applause for our new principal of Long Beach High School. And here we go, senior number 1, Jake Fackler. Number 5, Wyatt Katzen. Number 10, Oliver Turner. Number 11, Giancarlo Piccolino. Number 12, Liam O'Grady. Number 15, Rory Ahern. Number 23, Ari Kay. Number 24, Richie Bear.
Yeah!
Number 25, Jason Fina. And number 27, Brooklyn Mulligan. Big round of applause for that senior class, ladies and gentlemen. The class of 2025 Long Beach Marines. Congratulations, athletes and parents.
Don't do that, bud.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash! What a way to end the third quarter.
Look at this. Merrill. No slide. No problem. Gary Merrill goes top corner.
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
live from Long Beach High School. It's a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We appreciate you joining us on Varsity Media from Long Beach's Senior Day, where they host the Herricks Highlanders. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Bunk, joined by my partner Brian Soper for this afternoon, and we do have a great late May, mid-May game in store for you here. A few games left on the schedule, a great Senior Day atmosphere from Long Beach. You saw the pregame ceremonies. If you didn't, you can head back and take a look at a beautiful ceremony done here by Long Beach and their staff. But let's first look here, Brian, at the impact players for the road teams in Herricks. They come in with a great group led by Mike Chin, who we will get to, but their impact players, you have Troy Madden, Connor Chang, a good duo to lead this group.
Yeah, Troy Madden, senior captain, going to Mercy, 105 points last year as a junior, 256 career points. That's just ridiculous. Lefty shooter, great vision. And then you got Connor Chang, the senior captain, heading to Babson College for school, 54 GBs on the year. These guys are the reason why Herricks is 7-6 and having a great competitive season.
And for Long Beach, they have guys that can counter that duo, Rory Ahern, Wyatt Katzen, two of our great seniors for today. What do you see from these guys?
Yeah, Rory Ahern, right, 9 goals on the year, 20 goals for his career. Hockey and lacrosse kid, really tough. Loves the friendships he's built here at Long Beach. And then Wyatt Katzen, ridiculous athlete, all-county football, second team all-state, a weight room guy, scholar athlete, Golden 11 award for football. The kid's got a bright future both on and off the athletic field.
You don't want to go anywhere. Action coming up right after this, the national anthem, and then into the game here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships. Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media Sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
Look at this. Merrill. No slide. No problem. Gary Merrill goes top corner.
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back live here, I'm Kevin Bunk, joined by my partner Brian Soper. We appreciate you joining us this afternoon. Let's take a look here at the Herricks Highlanders starting lineup. Up front on the attack, Troy Madden, Nate Kershaw, Luke McCloskey. In the midfield, Braden Haas, Gavin Duggar, and Jad Parks. And then back on defense, Connor Chang, Rocco Kalega, and Shreyan Biswas. And they're in front of their goaltender, Mikey Mele today. A really good goalie in net for Mike Chin's Herrick Highlanders. And we can also take a look at his coaching tenure here. And Brian, you know Mike personally. What can you say about the coach?
Just a dedicated. He's built this program from the bottom. He's really proud of it. They send every year they send kids to play in college lacrosse. 85 career wins. Just a guy who works hard, dedicated. It's a year-round thing for Coach Chin.
And we can take a look at the Long Beach starters here. Kean Donahue, Rory Ahern, and Charlie Conway up front on the attack. Jonathan Hayes, Brody Rydell, and Tyler Parker make up the midfield. And back on defense, Kellen DeBruin, Bodie Wardana, Wyatt Katzen, and they are in front of Aiden DeRupo in net. We'll take a look at the keys to the game here. Brian, take it away.
Yeah, Herricks wants to stop Long Beach transition. Long Beach likes to play fast. Don't let them do that. Limit turnovers against the pressure D. Team defense needs to slide and rotate. Gave up too many goals for their liking last game. Long Beach, play with speed, create transition, limit their turnovers, stay out of the box, play a clean lacrosse game. They think they can win here on Senior Day.
And again, it is Senior Day here. Some of the names that were recognized before this outing: Wyatt Katzen, Liam O'Grady, Rory Ahern, Jake Fackler, Richie Bear, Jason Fina, R.E.K., Brooklyn Mulligan, Giancarlo Piccolino, Oliver Turner, all guys that we'll bring you info about throughout this broadcast. And now taking the face-off circle in their blue uniforms, it's Long Beach, or it's Herricks, and in their white, moving left to right, it'll be Long Beach, the home team, on their Senior Day, and there's a different kind of energy in this crowd after those pregame ceremonies, and the opening possession will go to the road team, Herricks.
You saw Herricks facing off with the pole. That's Patrick Nolan Jr. going to Wingate, 6'4", really, really tough on the GBs. He was facing off against Tyler Parker for Long Beach.
And he's a big get, Patrick Nolan Jr., for this Herricks team because he's been out the last few games. To have him available today as he's bounced back from injury is a big advantage for Mike Chin.
Yeah, it was in concussion protocol. Really good to have him back.
There's a nice pass to set up in front. Shot won't go, but first good look of the day goes to Patrick Szymanski for the Highlanders.
Szymanski, an 8th grader, 3 goals on the year. You see the vision by Madden. You'll see him behind X all day trying to operate for Herricks.
Herricks looking to get back to it. Errant pass will be fielded by Duggar, and now given up top, they'll reset things with 10 on the shot clock. John Park has it, gives up top. Braden Haas, 3 on the shot clock. Haas puts one towards net. First save of the day for Aiden DeRupo. Might have been missing wide there, Brian, but the goalie gets one in his stick, and you got to feel good about that.
Aiden DeRupo is a junior, 3-time starter. Tremendous, 408 career saves, all conference last year. Was the co-MVP of the Rising Junior Long Island Showcase game. He's a real good goalie for Long Beach.
There's Brody Rydell with the ball up top. Gives off to Ryan Farrell. Farrell looking to make a move. Shifts to his right. And now sends it behind for Kean Donahue. And back around to Jonathan Hayes. Hayes fires on net, and that'll be a save made by Mikey Melee to start things off.
Looks like Herricks was in a 3-3 zone, throwing that at Long Beach. Mikey Melee's a senior captain. Been doing it a while. 378 career saves off to University of Buffalo as a student.
There's a shot, not going to go. Deflecting that away and chasing after it, Aiden DeRupo on it again.
You see DeRupo 2 for 2. Don't let him get hot. When he gets hot, right, he gets really, really hot. 21 saves versus Port, 19 versus Pequot. He's been under siege this year, but he stood really tall in the net.
Something that Coach Jason Pearl told me about their goalie DeRupo. He's come a long way as a junior, and he said they were just reminiscing about his start on JV. They were looking at the JV field, and DeRupo had walked up to his coach and said, "Remember when I started here?" Pearl tells me very proud of how far he's come as not only a player but a person since then.
Saw the clear by 3, Jonathan Hayes. Right, Jono's a real talented freshman, 20 goals on the year.
And the scrum in front, scooped up, handled by Mikey Melee.
Melee has the rare opportunity to be coached, assistant coach is his brother, Nick, who is a goalie himself at Caldwell. That's a nice little thing to have if you're a goalie, someone in your corner.
We'll get a whistle. You see Coach Chin not happy with the possession for Herricks there. Good defense by Long Beach, and now they move, looking to turn it into a goal.
You'd be hard pressed to find a coach as intense as Mike Chin on the sideline, and his boys really enjoy it and really get after it for him.
With the ball is going to be Kean Donahue. Now he gives back up top for Brody Rydell.
So that 3-3 zone is real tough when you got 6'4" standing in the middle there with Pat Nolan Jr. You have Biswas, the junior tone setter, staying inside.
Donahue Leading scorer for Long Beach puts one towards goal, misses wide right.
Yeah, Kean Donahue, sophomore, already has 95 points. Been on the varsity since in 8th grade. Primarily a left-handed player, but you see him get to the middle, switch to his right, just missed.
Herricks now looking to threaten. They haven't really had a good look since that opening possession. Under 8 minutes to play now in this first quarter. And you see the long ball splitting. Dishes it. The shot save right off the mask of Aiden DeRupo. Troy Madden let that one rip there.
Yeah, good clear by Connor Chang.
There's Nate Kershaw, one of the premier players for Herricks.
Yeah, Kershaw has 14 goals, 30 assists. Just a sophomore, already 80 career points for the Highlanders.
I'm going to set something up. 30 on the shot clock. Here's a drive, a shot, and the first goal of the day will go to Braden Haas for Herricks.
Nice skip, right? Good skip pass by Kershaw. Finds Haas. Haas is the guy for Herricks. 5'11". That's his 56th. You heard that right. 56th goal of the season for Braden Haas. He has 81, now 82 career goals from the midfield. That's ridiculous. You see they set a little pick there. Marco Collega sets a pick, gets Haas's hands free. Kid scored 9 goals versus Jericho. He knows how to find the back of the net.
1-0 the score, 7:19 to play in the first. As Haas gets it started for Herricks, and there's a face-off win for Tyler Parker.
Tyler Parker's a great athlete. But getting back to Haas, his older brother Dylan had a great career at Wagner. Just another guy that Coach Chin and Herricks have been sending to the college ranks.
There's Wachowski driving. Ball knocked loose. Kean Donahue had it. Now sets up his teammate. Shot won't get through. Donahue's got it again. Tough shot wide. Goes out, but keeping possession will be Long Beach.
Herricks is really packing in that zone defense. Not only contesting shots, but eating some shots. A lot of traffic in front of the net to try to navigate through if you're Donahue and the Long Beach offense.
Hayes to Donahue. Tries to put the spin on, but resets things. High pass. Bobbled for a moment, but handled by Wachowski.
7 on the shot clock.
Conway had it. This shot's going to be wide by Wyatt Wachowski and out of bounds. So here's Long Beach with it again. Approaching the 6-minute mark to go in the first. There's a pass in front, couldn't handle it, and now Jonathan Hayes has it way up top.
That was a good feed by Charlie Conway Jr. 33 goals, 30 assists for his career.
And there's a goal. It's Jonathan Hayes, set up by Kean Donahue to even things at 1.
Great feed by Donahue, attacking the zone with a cutter. John Hayes, only a freshman, had 13 goals as an 8th grader. Just a really good job being patient. Head up by Donahue. Great job getting into the seam by Hayes. Hayes has a point in every game for Long Beach, and Donahue is just a stat stuffer for the Marines.
Winning the faceoff again. Tyler Parker has it, now lost it. Scooped up by Herricks. Patrick Nolan Jr. was there. We get a whistle.
Yeah, 92 ground balls on the year for Patrick Nolan. That's 6'4", range off a faceoff. That's nice to have if you're Coach Chin.
Let's take a look at the head coach for Long Beach. Jason Pearl. It's his 7th year coaching. He's an Oceanside High School alumni, won the county championship as a player there, and he went on to play lacrosse at Hofstra, doing a really nice job in his entire lacrosse career.
Yeah, he's got a really great staff, too. Starkind at Albany. Aaron Kozlowski was a former coach at North Shore, was Pearl's teammate at Hofstra. So a really tight, connected staff, right, for Long Beach, leading this very, very young team that's, 6-0 in League Two. They play a brutal schedule. Coach Pearl, Cary, the Dalers, Port, Pequot. He's not dodging anybody.
And on this senior day, he's expressed his joy and gratitude for the group of seniors he does have. Wyatt Katzen being one of them, a captain. It's number 5. It's an honorary number that Long Beach gives out. All-state football player, linebacker, and running back. He's close to being top of his class academically. Katzen's one of those guys that headline this senior group. Much more, though, to come throughout the day from these 10 seniors.
Yeah, the senior class really did a good job building the culture for the young guys. It's not easy sometimes to have young guys who are talented to come into a senior group, but they had a pasta party last night. All the seniors were there getting recognized. Great culture left by these seniors at Long Beach.
So play will resume after that timeout taken by Mike Chin. With it is Troy Madden.
This is a really good matchup. Wyatt Katzen on Madden.
Madden going right there against the captain for Long Beach. Now he sets up a man in front. Skip shot won't go. Looked like it went wide. Maybe getting a piece was DeRupo.
Yeah, Wyatt Katzen said his so far his biggest lacrosse memory was beating MacArthur this year in double overtime. And, thank Brody Rydell, the sophomore, for that, for leaving that memory for Wyatt and his senior group.
Wyatt's advice to younger players is get in the weight room. So you can tell his physicality is something he's earned and something that he really embraces. As a loose ball rolls out, Jake Fackler chasing it for Long Beach, but finally coming away with it will be Donahue. Splits some defenders and catches a whistle. Timeout. You saw there Jake Fackler with some great hustle, another one of our seniors. We'll give you a little bit more about Fackler when we return from break here on Senior Day at Long Beach High School. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Long Beach versus Herricks on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support.
Back live from Senior Day at Long Beach High School. I'm Kevin Bunk, joined by my partner Brian Soper. Just before the break, we saw some good hustle by Jake Fackler, who will be heading to Clemson at the next level. One of the seniors that we're highlighting today. D-Mitty for this team, one of those glue guys for Coach Pearl's squad.
Herricks stayed in that 3-3 zone. Got to attack the seams if you're Long Beach.
Shot on and a nice save as Mikey Melee shuts it down.
Great save, off hip. One of the toughest saves in lacrosse. I love the action coming out of the timeout against the zone. That was a good look for Ryan Farrell, the sophomore.
Now on the run is Braden Haas. And get the whistle, and it'll be Long Beach possession now.
Yeah, it took a little too much time clearing the ball. Good job, good ride by Long Beach.
There's a shot. And the goal, for a moment, looked like maybe the outside of the net, but Rory Ahern buries it on his senior day.
Assisted by Charlie Conway. Nice job by Ahern, taking the extra step up the hash. Win the whistle, right? Long Beach wins the whistle. Way to climb the hash if you're Ahern. Unbelievable job. His 10th goal of the season. Loves him some Long Beach Marines hockey.
A stud hockey player. And he says his favorite part about living in Long Beach was being able to play hockey and lacrosse here. Loves the program. Coaches love him. When I had asked Coach Pearl about him, he said he's a really good player at X. He's great at finding space, finishing, contributes in every facet of the game, not only on game days, but in practice, setting the tone.
I love how Long Beach, they got a turnover and they attacked. Didn't let the zone set up. That's a good recipe if you're Long Beach the rest of the way.
Kershaw has it for Herricks. Looking to create some space. Now it's up top with Haas.
That's Tommy Miller on the ball, 22.
Haas unloads, and how about the chest save by DeRupo?
I just love how DeRupo plays. He's 5'7", but plays a lot bigger, doesn't shrink. See him orchestrating the clear right there. Great job by the defense. Good save by DeRupo.
Good clear by Wardana, and now a shot on the other side and a goal. Charlie Conway unloads.
Again, early offense. That's very good for Long Beach. Don't let them set up. Starts with a save by DeRupo. Get it up and out. Conway assisted on the last one. Get it to X. Let it fly. Step down city for Long Beach.
There was Rory Ahern right on cue just a moment ago, telling you what Jason Pearl had said about him. Great player at X, sets up his teammates. He's a really good finisher.
They just flip-flopped, right? It was Conway to Ahern, right? Then Ahern to Conway. Sharing the rock for Long Beach.
There's a scrum forward up the face-off. Herricks finally comes away with it, but now loses it. Ahern's got it. Centering pass. Shot and another. Jonathan Hayes in transition.
It all starts with the ride. The ride has really sparked Long Beach. And attacking an early offense. Get the turnover here. Get it on the carpet. Good GB picked up by Ahern. Nice find. John O'Hayes, that's a freshman. We see him 2 times scoring from range. It's all Long Beach right now.
It's 3 points early for Ahern on his senior day. A goal, 2 assists. Nice job on the face-off by Tyler Parker again, and more action. It's Donahue, puts it far side up top. For the finish, it's 5-1, a barrage of goals for Long Beach.
The Marines are marching, they're rolling, they're feeling it. Great face-off by Parker, gets it to Timmy Miller. Finds Donahue, known to be a left-hand dominant player. He's going to scoop it out here. Again, early offense. Donahue's left-handed, put it in your right. Boop. Right in the corner. Dad Jerry's going to be real happy with that one. Chaminade grad, played lacrosse for Coach Danowski at Hofstra. One of the best PAL directors in all of Nassau.
There's another. Conway and this team cannot be stopped. 6-1. They're feeling it.
Best way to beat a zone, don't let them set up in one. It's happening so fast. Head on a swivel. Donahue scores a goal. Puts it to Conway, who rifles it in the corner.
And it all starts with Tyler Parker on the faceoffs, doing an outstanding job.
Yeah, look for Herricks if, another goal, maybe a timeout. Got to stop this momentum.
Still only the first quarter. 7 total goals, 6 of them with the Marines. 2 minutes to play now.
Collega with a big ground ball. This has been the problem. Got to get it out.
And they can't. Great job again by Long Beach. Marco Collega just couldn't advance.
Yeah, Herricks needs, the attack needs to help in the clear. The poles as well. Setting a pick on the clear is not going to really help. I'd rather see Nolan stretch the field there. Just too many riders in one area.
Farrell goes behind the net. Donahue and now Dayhern with a 5-goal lead.
Just a different bounce in the step right now for Long Beach. They're feeling it.
Rydell has it after a bobble, collected it. Under 30 on the shot clock, minute 15 to play in the first quarter. Rydell wears a check, sets up Donahue, shot, save made. We had a flag there. Going to be on Herricks.
That's Donahue's spot, that left-handed shooting spot. Lefties are kind of born in that spot, shooting the ball. Good save, much-needed save by Melee. Nolan Jr. got the stick up in the face mask. First man up for Long Beach.
So the Marines look to capitalize on this man up with a minute 4 to play in the first. 5-goal lead, 6-1 the score, senior day. They've now scored 6 unanswered.
Starting a 1-4, but they're cutting out of it. Little pop and wheel play.
There's going to be a save and a collection for Melee, a big one, and they need a clear desperately.
Yeah, they ran a little wheel, popped out, ran a wheel. Ahern came around. Not the greatest of angles. Good job by Melee staying on his pipe.
We get a whistle. Long Beach ball, great play. Bodie Wardana getting physical.
This is trouble.
Donahue alone puts it off the post. Rebound try, not going to go, missing wide. Donahue certainly wants that one back.
It's a shooting gallery out there right now. Melee needs a life raft.
Eight to go in the first quarter.
Still man down.
Can Long Beach get one more? 2 seconds.
Scooping.
One. And that'll do it on a dominant opening quarter for the Long Beach Marines on their senior day. Couldn't have asked for a better start. We'll see how they carry it into the second quarter after this break. You don't want to go anywhere. You're watching Long Beach versus Herricks on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
This is Jalen Brunson. You're watching Varsity Media.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
Back live from Long Beach. I'm Kevin Bunk, joined by my partner Brian Soper this afternoon. A beautiful one on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Remember, Varsity Media is your home for the 2025 Section 8 playoffs. Go to varsitymediapass.com to order from the 2025 Nassau County playoffs. There's nowhere else to be if you're interested, and you got to get these games. If you have a loved one playing in them, you could cherish it forever. All the work the great team here does. Very grateful for it, the production crew at Varsity Media. So we have a 6-1 game. The fresh 12 on the clock. Brian, what'd you see in that first quarter that was really working for Long Beach?
Just the ride to early offense. I saw Coach Chin challenging his boys at the end of the quarter. They were part of the highest scoring game in Nassau ever, right? 25-15 against Great Neck South. Give up 15, give up 6 in the first quarter. This is really gut check time if you're Herricks.
Herricks with some life out of the timeout or the break there, and they miss first shot, but a good look for Braden Haas. Just skipped it wide. Took a little ricochet off the turf there, bit left.
It's a perfect start for Long Beach, right? A lot of young guys out there who get juiced up when momentum goes their way. You could just feel the energy from the Long Beach sideline.
Wardana defending Kershaw. Kershaw sends it out. It's an easy turnover. Taken away by the senior Jake Fackler. He advances it now to Kean Donahue. Donahue crosses it. Shot, save made. Good job going high, but ball is loose still. And finally scooped up by Melee after a nice save.
Yeah, good interception by Fackler. Gets the transition. You see Donahue's vision, left-handed. If you're next time we're shooting, right, perhaps change the levels, right, high to high. Good save by Melee. That was Conway again, went high to high.
That was fight for it. At the logo, scooped up. What a whistle. Long Beach will have possession again.
Failure to advance. Did not get it in the box. You get 20 to get it over the midfield line, 10 to get it in the box.
Good run for Donahue. He goes to work against Chang. Now sets up his pole. Shot. Hits the outside of the net. Nearly a pole goal for Timmy Miller. He was hunting for it.
Yeah, Miller wants to get involved in the action. Why not? It looks like a lot of fun out there if you're Long Beach and White right now. Everyone's feeling it. Everything seems to be working for Long Beach.
Gorgeous afternoon here at Alumni Field, and they've paired that weather with their play.
Katzen's drawing the Madden matchup, kind of limiting his touches. When he's adjacent, he's kind of pushing out on him so that Herricks can't get him the ball. If you're Herricks, you got to get the ball to Troy Madden. He's been all Madden for Herricks for the last 3 years.
Donahue has it now to Conway. Conway's got goals today. Donahue's got goals today.
Donahue's got really good size for a sophomore. You see the left hand, close to 6 foot tall.
They lose that one, but quickly scooped up by Rydell. Rydell surveying. Gets some space. Now sets up Donahue. Back over to Ahern. In front. And the finish. Nice tic-tac-toe completed by Ryan Farrell. 7-1 the score now.
It's the second time Farrell's done a good job working off ball. His 9th goal on the year for the sophomore. First year varsity experience. Get it to X. There's the tick. There's the tack. There's the toe. Nice finish. Got to get on cutters if you're Herricks. I think that was Ahern with another assist.
.9:13 to play here from Alumni Field. Senior day for Long Beach. Ahern, another point for him today. 2 assists, 2 goals. See who ends up with possession now.
Anthony Szymanski was on the face-off, a junior, perhaps trying to get a little more energy out there. Spark him if you're Coach Chin. The clearing game has just been a nightmare so far.
Now with space. Unloading, but getting checked from behind and missing up high. Good recovery defensively for Herricks.
That's one of the hardest things. If you're playing zone and maybe you're committed to a zone, it's really hard when now it's transition. You kind of got to play man, in the slow breaks until they get settled, and then set up your zone. Then guys open for skips for Long Beach.
So another nice setup there for the Marines, but unable to get his footing was Ryan Farrell, who had to climb the ladder to grab that ball.
Good clear. That was for Gino Safuto, a freshman, long stick midi. Got to get to Madden here. Madden's got to spark him.
Madden finally took initiative to advance.
Good stick by Bodie Wardana.
Long Beach doing everything right at this point with 7:56 to play in the second, and now a good run here with space. Set up in front. Ahern almost had another.
Yeah, good sneak by him, cutting back door.
There's another good look, but Conway couldn't finish it, just missed wide left.
Really like how Long Beach moves the ball in transition. They do a good job head manning the passes. Don't carry it too much. The ball moves a lot faster than you can run.
There's an errant pass. But Long Beach has it with Jonathan Hayes. 7.5 to play now in the second quarter.
This is a young offense, right? They were 11-7 last year. They lost Luke Hartman, who's playing at Towson, 107 career goals. They're playing Princeton today. Then Maverick Chernoff went to St. Leo's. 35 goals last year for Long Beach, 16 goals this year for St. Leo. They lost 2 dynamic offensive players, and they're still competing at this high level. Future's bright for Long Beach.
And for Charlie Conway, just laid a check, lost the head of his stick. And now, man down, is Kean Donahue. Ball rolled loose. Ahern scooped it up and popped it in.
Somebody put that on his Instagram right now. Senior day, you scoop up a cookie in front of the net, whip it behind your back. You talk about remembering things for a lifetime. Whoop! Oh my God, he's saying.
How about the reaction there?
Put it on the gram forever.
Ahern's got 5 points now. 8-1 the score. You saw that, not just the head of the stick that they lost. That was a broken stick for Conway.
Yeah, Ahern's reaction was kind of like, did that just really happen?
Having a real memorable senior day. And still time to continue adding to his 5-point, 3-goal outing.
At some point, if you're Herricks, you're gonna have to come out and start challenging.
Here they come. Finally, some room to run for Herricks. Unloading and missing wide is Braden Haas.
Just looking for something if you're Herricks. Nice pickoff, interception by Haas. Shooters shoot. You don't score 56 goals by not shooting. He looked to rip there.
And they're going low to low and finishing a much-needed goal. Marco Collega gets it for Herricks.
Yeah, Collega, sophomore, his 8th goal on the season. It starts with Troy Madden, right? Madden has that vision.
Actually, Braden Haas, check that, 19, not 9. Braden Haas with the finish.
Yeah, that's
no, never mind.
Yeah, that was Collega, right? So Troy Madden, 140 assists coming into this game. You see the vision, nice skip pass to the sophomore, stopping the bleeding for Herricks.
8-2 now. We'll see if they can chip away here before halftime. 6:03 to play. Another face-off here where Tyler Parker's had his way.
There can't be a possession for Herricks that doesn't transfer through Troy Madden's stick.
And scooping that up was for Herricks, Patrick Nolan Jr., and Mike Chin takes a timeout. I think he was taking the timeout initially just to secure the possession. Nolan got a little space. We could take a look at our seniors here on Senior Day for Long Beach. As we mentioned, you already have Ahern having the game of his life. Hat trick, add 2 assists to it. It's gone behind the back. And some other guys we want to highlight here. Go to Oliver Turner, who Coach told me, one of the nicest kids. He's great for the community. He's a great person. And at the youth camps, there's nobody more willing to work and help kids get better than Oliver Turner.
He's going to come after our job. He's TV and film club, right? Played some football. I think he's heading to Penn State. So he's going to want to get into some TV. Now you get Ari K as well, senior D-Midi, scholar athlete, was an all-county wrestler between 152 and 160 this year. Big first-place finish in the Frank Girapoli tournament. Going to go club wrestle and study engineering.
His advice to future players is always listen to the coaches, work hard. A dream for Jason Pearl. And his favorite thing about growing up here in Long Beach is the sea breeze, he says. Definitely one of the nice perks.
So Coach Chin calls a timeout. There's no such thing as a 6-point goal. You got to chip away. They got the last one, right? Try to get another 1 or 2 here quickly to shorten this lead before the half.
Quick run, a high shot, just misses over the cross. Herricks will keep it, but they're showing some urgency with early shots. With it now is Kershaw. Gives it up for Park.
Perfect Long Beach name, Bodie. Wardana's really impressive on the defensive end. He's been sliding.
There's some good defense. Persistent battle from Timmy Miller.
Yeah, Kellen DeBrune as well, sophomore. Long Beach got some length on defense.
Here they come now, Jake Fackler with it, one of our great seniors today.
Yeah, gives it to Liam O'Grady, senior to senior there. O'Grady's going to play club hockey at Binghamton. Loves the grittiness of Long Beach. Big Mets fan. Must be happy with their start.
The grittiness of Long Beach. Gotta love that. And he embodies it. Farrell with a 6-goal lead, 4.5 to play. Here's a shot towards goal and in. Brody Rydell might have been deflected. Nonetheless, counts the same, 9-2 the score.
Yeah, Ryan Farrell gets the assist here. Good job by Rydell stepping into the seam. He was the hero this year in that double overtime win against MacArthur. Hands free, let it fly. Rydell had 3 goals against the Dalers of Farmingdale, 3-2 versus Floral Park, putting up big numbers against good competition. He's the nephew of Adam Hananel. Another tie to Hofstra, was a great player at Baldwin. Lacrosse is in Brody's blood.
7-goal lead once again, 4.5 minutes to play. Another big face-off win, Tyler Parker having a day.
Lacrosse is a possession game. They've stole possessions in the ride. They've dominated the face-off X. That leads to 9 goals on the scoreboard.
Rydell to Farrell. Now to Hayes.
Rydell was also an all-county football player.
There's a good setup. Shot couldn't go. Good defense there to deflect that. Under 4 minutes to play in this opening half now. 9-2 is the score. Melee has it.
A good job, right, to have Madden coming over now to get the ball to your best player.
Good pass. Center it up with some space to run now for Herricks. And they couldn't connect there. So Gavin Duggar heads to the sideline to scoop it up, and now gives it back to Kershaw.
Yeah, you see Duggar. He's a really good player, junior, all-conference. Wants to be a pilot. Already committed to Embry-Riddle for that. Coach Jez, who, Pace and LIU, a lot of Long Island guys know Jez. Just a little nicked up. Rolled his ankle. Definitely not 100%, but a really, really good player. 55 career points for the Herricks.
Haas was looking to create. He got rid of it to Madden. Here's Troy Madden. Centers it up. Haas, shot saved.
Good save by DeRupo. Whenever Madden has the ball, you got to find Haas. That's been a lethal combination for Herricks.
Herricks still threatening. 2.5 to play. Under 50 now on the shot clock. They trail by 7, looking to close that gap a bit before halftime. Kershaw
Great job.
Lost it, or Madden actually lost it there. Great defense. Long Beach looking to get it up.
Keep it going your way. Goose it. Go for it. Senior pole goal would have been electric.
Wyatt Katz, and he saw it in his eyes. He just couldn't get it. Bobbling it around. Tough pickup. Long Beach shot. Blocked. Ricochets back out. Handled now by Herricks.
Yeah, you got space here. You got to attack this.
There's a shot wide left. And you can hear Mike Chin shouting 3-on-3, go, 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 trying to create some urgency and transition for his team.
That's what's helped Long Beach, is attacking early.
They come again. Madden rounding now. Gives it up. Centering pass. Shot scoring is Nate Kershaw.
That's Kershaw's 15th goal on the year. Great find by Madden. That's what he does. Too easy if you're Long Beach. Goes against the scout here, right? Roll back, goes to his right hand. Finds the crease. Nice left-handed finish by Kershaw. Herricks is averaging 11.2 goals per game, 9.2 assists. That's 81% of their goals are assisted. And you see there with Madden, a lot of them are him slicing and dicing at X.
Back into the face-off circle goes Tyler Parker for Long Beach. Absolutely dominant there today.
If you're Herricks, you got to get another one. You got to get a GB or a stop. Get it to 9-4. If you could ever get it to 9-5.
There's Bodie Wardana. They got a whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Jason Pearl with a 6-goal lead. Minute 16, wants to talk things over. Pivotal point because you want to make sure you don't let Herricks back into this before halftime. They feel good with that last goal, but if Mike Chin's squad can get one more, that would go a long way for their morale heading into the half.
Love that timeout. 116, you can't take it with you. There was under a little pressure in the ride. Calm them down, get a possession. Maybe try not to let Herricks touch the ball again this entire half.
One guy I'd like to shout out on this senior day is Richie Baer, number 24, the backup goalie. And when I was talking to Coach Pearl about him, unfortunate that he hasn't gotten to see much action because of DeRupo. But Coach Pearl loves to have him on this squad because he battled injury. That's really the reason why he hasn't seen more action. Now he's healthy, and he says he's very important because he's a great backup goalie for DeRupo. He really shows him the ropes, takes him under his wing. He's a team captain. How impressive is it to be a team captain as a backup? Speaks about the human being that you are. Said he's as hard a worker as anybody on the squad. So a player that they're going to miss in this program for sure.
Yeah, 41 career saves, 4 times on the varsity. Seems like he'll be all right. He's a surfer, likes to surf, likes to play a little puck as well. Bear seems like a guy you might want to hang out with.
His advice is one that I love, is play selfish sometimes to younger players. Sometimes I think these young kids, I know I was one of them, come up and you try to figure out, well, how can I help all my teammates? How can I not make the selfish play? But sometimes take it into your own hands and just be the player that you work to be.
Also a shout-out to the senior running the camera, kind of the IT guy, Caden Kaplan. Going to take his talents to Hofstra. Start cutting up that Ahern goal.
We get a whistle right out of the timeout.
Not good if you're Long Beach. You come out of the timeout, you go to clear it, and you go off sides.
Ahern was surprised for a moment, wondering what happened, but yeah, they got him on the offsides, and that is not why Coach Pearl decided to use that timeout. A tough break and a big break for Herricks.
Can't be perfect, right? They've had a really good first half.
Herricks struggling to advance again, but now they do.
I like Madden, putting him in the clearing game. Maybe put him at the midfield. Really help you clear it.
6-goal deficit. Can they cut it to 5 here as we approach 30 seconds to go in the first half? Haas moves to his right, unloads and scores. Going down low was Haas, and he puts it in. 9-4 the score now.
It's just been the big Haas all year for Herricks and Coach Chin. Over 111 career points. Sometimes it's simple. A little rocker, re-dodge, square them up, get to your right hand, shooters shoot. Nice, technically sound, overhand bounce shot. Only a junior, Braden Haas. 8-3 last game against Great Neck South in that shootout. You see why he's not afraid to shoot the rock.
Fight for possession off the face-off and getting it finally, but now losing it again was Tyler Parker.
It's a big one.
10 seconds to go now.
Push it.
8 seconds. There's a shot and a goal going up high. And how about the finish for Herricks as Maddox Kane.
No, that was
I'm
Nate.
sorry, not Maddox Kane. Nate Kershaw buries that with 4 seconds to play.
Nate showed us with his left hand. Great job. Haas is in the spot. Quick pass early. Nate Kershaw lets it fly. That was like a Clayton Kershaw fastball to the top corner. He showed us a little lefty inside goal. Then he stretches it with range. Don't look now. It's a 4-goal game. Way to scrap if you're Herricks.
One final face-off, likely no shot afterwards. 2-1, and a heave downfield will end the half, but on a high note for Herricks, who were down by 7 at one point, now down just 4 heading into the half. So after the break, we'll see how they respond and look to cut into this 4-goal deficit. You're watching Long Beach's Senior Day here from Alumni Field on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
Look at this, Merrill. No slide, no problem. Gary Merrill goes top corner.
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the spring, but spots are limited. Contact us today for lacrosse, baseball, softball, and tennis by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Pole goal, yes! A man down pole goal as well. Busking, the skip somehow found its way through. BTB and a save.
At the buzzer, we had
the Long Island Lacrosse Showcase is the premier opportunity for the high school players from Long Island to be recognized for their lacrosse skills. For over a decade, this event has been widely recognized as the premier event for exposure before college coaches of all levels. Players showcase their abilities while competing to earn a spot to represent their county in the Long Island Showcase Nassau versus Suffolk Games. Hosted in collaboration with the high school lacrosse coaches of Nassau and Suffolk counties, the Long Island Lacrosse Showcase had over 90 college coaches attend various rounds of the showcase. Make sure to register today.
Two-man game.
Nice save up high.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media. High school sports fans, Varsity Media is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Championships. To live stream fall, winter, and spring championship events, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Now accessible on smart TVs. Varsity Media is your home for the Nassau County Championships.
Parents, your support means everything to your athletes and to us at Varsity Media. To help us continue bringing you the best YouTube coverage of high school sports on Long Island, we invite business owners to consider a sponsorship on our broadcasts. If you own a business, consider a sponsorship for your athlete's team. It's a great way to show support, gain visibility, and keep the coverage going strong. Join us in making a difference. Contact Varsity Media today to learn more about broadcast sponsorship opportunities by emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Varsity Media is now opening up our schedule to any team looking to be on a sportscast. Watching yourself on camera is okay, but hearing your name on a Varsity Media sportscast is like you're a pro.
And look at this opportunity. Feldman behind. Jersey pulled. Feldman! Feldman!
The loose ball, Keyshawn White has it. He's just going to let it fly. Oh! Keyshawn White from half court. That is cash. What a way to end the third quarter.
Look at this. Merrill. No slide. No problem. Gary Merrill goes top corner.
Varsity Media offers sports coverage for any sport, and our coverage airs live and on demand so everyone can watch the game. Now is the time to be a star on Varsity Media. Contact us to book a sportscast today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. For all the latest Varsity Media updates, including our game schedules, be sure to follow us on social media at Varsity Media, the home for New York high school sports.
When it comes to live streaming, Varsity Media does it all. Athletic events, concerts, musicals, graduations, even weddings. Trust Varsity Media when it comes to your live stream event. Contact us today to learn more about Varsity Media's live streaming services at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the spring, but spots are limited. Contact us today for lacrosse, baseball, softball, and tennis by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Pole goal, yes! A man down pole goal as well. Busking, the skip somehow found its way through. BTB and a save!
At the buzzer, we had
The Long Island Lacrosse Showcase is the premier opportunity for the high school players from Long Island to be recognized for their lacrosse skills. For over a decade, this event has been widely recognized as the premier event for exposure before college coaches of all levels. Players showcase their abilities while competing to earn a spot to represent their county in the Long Island Showcase Nassau versus Suffolk Games. Hosted in collaboration with the high school lacrosse coaches of Nassau and Suffolk counties, the Long Island Lacrosse Showcase had over 90 college coaches attend various rounds of the showcase. Make sure to register today.
Good luck to the girls. Varsity Flag football team.
Back live, second half action here from Long Beach between the Marines and Highlanders of Herricks. 9-5 the score, senior day. Let's take a look here. Caden Kaplan, a guy who's not actually on the field, but senior team videographer. He's going to Hofstra in the fall to be a sports media major. Spoke to a few fellow students about his character, him as a person. They love him. They're great. I know people at Hofstra from Long Beach who are excited. He's going to be a part of the program in sports media, and he's done an awesome job. If you check out his work on social media, I believe Shot by Cap is the username. Unbelievable professional level stuff for this Long Beach team.
Herricks continuing their momentum. Great matchup again. Madden on Katzen.
Remember, Herricks cut it to a 4-goal game with 2 late goals in the first half. Long Beach looks to weather that.
Yeah, you see on defense, Wyatt Katzen, he wears that number 5. That's a big-time number for Long Beach in honor of Corey Lovrich, varsity player. went on to play at Jacksonville. Life was cut short by cancer. Honored to wear that number as a senior. Tom Selesky, who did a great job at Stony Brook this year. Jake Brown was the first to wear it. He went to Army. So that's a big-time honor for the senior Katzen to wear number 5.
Herricks looking to cut this to a 3-goal game. There's a shot wide.
Pretty simple, right? Madden's been driving that left side. Step downs for Haas or a skip.
There comes Herricks again, 10 on the shot clock. Down by 4. Pass couldn't be handled, and now Long Beach has it. Scooping that one up was Jonathan Hayes, and he goes on a long run now.
Jono can run.
Good pass here, centering up, taking a shot was Jake Fackler, just missed wide left. Long Beach will keep possession.
Nice job with the slow break by Long Beach, finding the trailer. And Fackler would have loved to bury that one, but nice job shooting for a pipe. Saves a possession for Long Beach.
Hayes, Rydell. Now to Farrell.
Stayed in that zone if you're Herricks. That dive seam cut has been really good from the top. You saw Hayes there.
There's a Hearn with it. Lost it for a moment, got it right back, then set up Conway.
Yeah, Rocco Collego with a nice check, freshman. Oh, nice job.
Big one there. And maybe taking the brunt of that was Shryan Business, who delivered the check and forced it, but came off the field hopping.
Yeah, Madden trying to dodge early. Tough turnover. Impressed with Long Beach's ability to clear the ball today.
You wonder if Coach Chin, if Herricks tries to adjust to defend the clearing game, get a little creative on his rides. Here's Hayes. Puts it in front. Nice job going low. Rory Ahern continues to dominate his senior day.
Good day to have a day if you're 15. This is a slick finish. Nice find by Jonathan Hayes. Great job by him. Watch him. He sneaks front side against the zone. Head up. Good find. Sneaks. Way to keep the stick low, protecting it. Low to low finish. It's kind of like a hockey little wrist shot by Ahern.
Big face-off here. And it felt as if that first goal of the second half was very important for Long Beach to get.
Either team to get that first goal was huge.
Ahern has 6 points today. Gives to Kean Donahue, now up for Brody Rydell. Rydell has it, taking his time as the clock on the third quarter begins to tick down past 8:45 remaining. Hayes to Donahue. Donahue puts one towards goal, but just high. Missed about a half a foot over the cross. A lot of heat behind it. Ahern will gather it and keep possession.
I love that action by Long Beach. They sweeped across the top, made a pass happen, and then they little two-man action. Got Donahue coming over the top. Look for more of that if you're Long Beach.
Hayes.
Here it is again.
For Donahue. Didn't give Donahue any room that time, losing the pass. Rydell now trying to recover it. He does. 5 on the shot clock. Cross pass, shot, score! Charlie Conway off a beautiful feed from Jonathan Hayes with 2 seconds to go on the shot clock.
Hayes has just been unbelievable with his vision. Conway's been the sniper for Long Beach. Been really finding his right hand. Step down. Late in the shot clock, great skip pass. Just real great fundamentals by Conway. Gets his hands back, lets it fly.
Into the face-off circle for Herricks. It'll be Timmy Miller putting a pole in there to try and disrupt not Timmy Miller, Anthony Szymanski, who we've seen a few times out there now for Coach Chin to try and disrupt what Tyler Parker's able to do.
2-goal run for Long Beach out of the half. That's huge.
Losing that one was Herricks, and quickly scooping it up. Bodie Wardana looks to clear.
It's like every time Herricks makes a little bit of a mistake or a bobble, Long Beach is capitalizing on it.
Fackler over to Conway, who made a nice grab, reaching across the body. Fackler will head off. The D-Midi does his job on his senior day. And now Donahue sets it up.
Really impressed with Long Beach. Really unselfish group. You can tell they like each other. You can tell it's a good culture, and that's set by the seniors. They love playing with each other. After every goal, there's a celebration. Sidelines happy.
Almost saving it, but possession will go to Herricks. Good hustle by Wyatt Wachesky.
Yeah, Wachesky only a sophomore.
Really good young core here for Long Beach. Only up these next few years.
Yeah, they got youth, they got things to play for. You see it everywhere in Long Beach. This G2H, right, for Garen, Hagen. Live like Garen, right, a hockey player who lost his life tragically skateboarding. It's everywhere in Long Beach. Kids really want to play for him, honor his legacy. Was going to play hockey at Farmingdale State before his life was tragically cut short in 2023.
Seems like a very tight-knit community here in Long Beach as well, which is harbored by the coaches with this team and by these seniors today. They've continued to carry everything that means so much in this town with them through to the lacrosse field. That shot goes wide, still pushed out.
Yeah, Katzen just in the hip pocket of Madden. Couldn't get any power on that shot. Maybe the easiest of the 400 saves by Aiden DeRupo. DeRupo, who we were just told is following the great goalie lineage, signing last night with Adelphi.
Congratulations to a really good goaltender. Adelphi gets a good one. And another player off to the next level for this Long Beach program.
Goalie U, the Delphi Panthers. Great sneak by Donahue.
Donahue puts it in. A beautiful job off the ball, and he finishes with it.
Yeah, a lot of these goals are assisted. Rydell, his head is up. All-county football player Rydell. Heady play. Watch him. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Right, sneak and finish, pops the goal. Kean Donahue's going to be a handful for the next 2.5 years for all the opponents that face this Long Beach squad.
And you can tell when Donahue gets it on his left side with some space, there's no stopping him. A 7-goal lead now, 5:25 to play in the third.
Yeah, 3 years of varsity experience. Plays high-level club lacrosse as well. 4 might be the most important player right now, Tyler Parker.
So he heads off after another successful draw, dominating all day today. They haven't an answer on the faceoff for him, Herricks. Hayes gives it up for Rydell. Rydell fresh off an assist.
Yeah, it looks like they're stretching out their defense a little bit. Looks like it's still kind of a zone, but they're pushing out a bit. Sliding early. That was John Parks on the ball. Senior. 2 goals, 6 assists on the year for Herricks. Leads to a turnover. I like the little bit of ratcheting up the pressure defensively if you're Herricks.
Down by 7. Once again, they were down 7 in the second quarter. They cut the lead to 4 in that final minute with 2 goals. But now back to a 12-5 game.
Yeah, missed opportunity there. Looking up the field, Callego had Nolan open, just hesitated. Now you got to make a tough catch.
Chang advanced it to Callego. Now a loose ball is quickly handled by Troy Madden, a guy who's been the spark plug for this Herricks offense when they've been able to get going. Only 5 goals so far today compared to the Long Beach 12.
You know, Madden's going to go to Mercy. He's just 1 or 2 guys every year from Herricks that goes on to play at the next level.
Almost lost that one. Athletic play to keep it by Troy Madden.
Yeah, Chris and Joey Chimenti. Aaron Cho went to BU and now at Tampa. Tommy Gaudio at Vassar. Gavin Lemaire at Mercy. The Royals. Riley's at Queens. Got to hand it to Coach Chin. He's always sending guys, promoting his guys to the next level.
You saw a good setup there for Herricks and a shot on. Saved by Aiden DeRupo with the stick right off the shaft.
Yeah, DeRupo, you know, when I think Long Beach goalies, the one guy that comes to mind is Tim McCormick. Was an All-American at Long Beach in 2007. Went on to get 475 saves at UMass. Was an All-American there. And now he's the head coach at Johns Hopkins for the ladies. So Tim McCormick, if you're Aiden DeRupo, I'm sure you know who he is. If you don't, look him up. He is goalie royalty in Long Beach.
Herricks looking to get on the board here. They haven't in this third quarter yet. We're approaching the 3-minute mark now. Here's the centering pass. Not going to get there right in front of the crease. Knocked away and handled by Charles Muskin for Long Beach. And now they look to advance it through Wyatt Katzen. And he does with a good pass up to Jake Fackler.
Really good getting out. A lot of passes right on the tape, allowing them to catch in stride and clear the ball. I think Bodie Wardanis had a heck of a game stopping that man down as Madden tried to feed the crease.
Rydell has it. Goes up top. Hayes now over. They swing it eventually to Katzen. Or I'm sorry, to Ahern. Conway. Got goals already today. Sends it back to Hayes.
See how two-handed Hayes is. Very impressive for a freshman to be able to play two-handed like that. Good save by Melee.
Melee made the save. And right back with possession is Long Beach. It's Ahern. It's Donahue. Moving to his left, finds Ahern, spinning and scoring, going high to low, bouncing it in. His 7th point here on his senior day.
Just a great look by Kean Donahue. His head is always up, 6-foot lefty. But watch the catch here. He catches on the move, Ahern. Doesn't stop his feet, catches on the move, and runs through a check. Bang! Right, gets the torque, gets on his tippy toes, buries it down low. Unbelievable, unselfish goal by Long Beach.
They're firing on all cylinders offensively today, 13 goals, and we're not done with the third quarter yet. Defensively, they've done a great job, and you're going to get a timeout from Mike Chin. And coming up on May 15th, Brian, St. Anthony's, Chaminade, Hofstra University. Going to be at Stewart Stadium. We'll have it on Varsity Media. You want to check that game out. It doesn't get any bigger.
Huge, right? When you talk, big day today in college lacrosse with the playoffs. You got McAdory, right? You have Kavanaugh. You have all the boys, right, that played in that game, right, playing today. The game everyone's been waiting for. Round 1 went to Chaminade. St. Anthony's been chomping at the bit to get back at them. You got to tune in, must-see TV. We're going to have on-field coverage. We're going to have sideline announcers. We're pulling out all the stops for that championship game in the AAA.
Doesn't get bigger in the world of high school lacrosse than Chaminade St. Anthony's. One of the great rivalries. And we can look at the upcoming SPORTSCAST schedule. That's not it for Varsity Media. You have Manhasset Chaminade is going to be later today, 4 o'clock. Brian, you'll be there for it.
That's Reeds Rock. That's a big game. That's honoring the legacy of Jimmy Regan. Manhasset kid, went to Chaminade, played at Duke, lost his life in Afghanistan, Iraq, right? Army Ranger. Got to tune in for that one. A lot of Manhasset coming up. Roslyn, Southside, defending state champs, the Southside Cyclones, Chaminade St. Anthony's. That's like the granddaddy of them all. That little plain edge Southside, that's going to be a little gritty, tough. Two teams that play very similar together.
So a good upcoming SPORTSCAST schedule. We hope you join us for those. We appreciate you being with us this afternoon. 1:49 to play in the third quarter. 13-5 is your score from Alumni Field here in Long Beach with the Marines on top. Senior day for these guys. And we'll highlight another guy here. How about Liam O'Grady, who, when I asked Coach Pearl about O'Grady, he just said, for the midfielder, he works hard. And he's such a hard worker that Coach Pearl almost couldn't even stop talking about that. I said, Coach, give me something else about him. He said, he just works so hard. He's one of the tone setters in practice. When he shows up and he starts playing, everybody has to follow suit. Very contagious energy at practice. And, again, this coaching staff, lucky to have a guy like that as a senior helping mold this young team.
Yeah, you got 27 as well. Brooklyn Mulligan, a senior D-mid, hockey player. Wants to travel the country, live with no regrets. Cheers to you, Brooklyn. That sounds like perfect. That last assist, little birdie told me that was Kean Donaghy's 100th career point. Congratulations to that sophomore.
Many more to come for Kean Donaghy in what will be a terrific and memorable Long Beach career, already building a big name for himself. Locally, in the world of lacrosse, it'll only continue to grow.
Yeah, he's already better than his dad.
Low bar.
You saw them at halftime. Coach Donaghy was out there, along with the best kindergarten coach in Long Beach history, Tommy Kessler.
And there's a goal for Troy Madden. He banks it in. An unfortunate one for Aiden DeRupo to give up.
Yeah, nothing worse as a goalie. Right, you get a piece, you get a chunk of it, it still goes. All right, really great matchup. Always right-handed, rolls back to his left, shoots through a screen. That's a wicked bounce shot. Future Mercy left-hander Troy Madden, impressive with that rollback snipe.
When you saw DeRupo pivot to look for that ball, thought it probably was going to go bounce just behind the net, trickle behind, and when he saw it in the net, stunned.
I don't think he ever really saw that shot. That was a real crafty shot by Madden to shoot around the screen of Katzen.
Probably just felt it ricochet, and for DeRupo, unfortunately, went in the net. For Madden, he's excited about it.
That's the thing about lacrosse, right? Katzen had really great coverage on him, but all you really need to have is your hands free, and Madden proved it right there.
Long Beach looks to respond. 13-6 the score, back to a 7-goal game. Rydell has it. Looks over to his sideline. Coach Pearl gives him a shout, and now they go. Hayes, under 30 in this third quarter. Hayes moves left to right, gets a screen.
Got Herricks really spaced out now.
There's a shot just wide. Brody Rydell fired it. 15 seconds. Ahern will take the ball and try and create.
What an impressive sophomore he is. He's got quick acceleration, can snap his wrist and get some speed on the ball.
There's another miss just high, so 6 seconds left, and it'll be Herrick's ball after the miss from Rydell. See if Herricks can heave anything with 6 seconds to go. There's the try. It's retrieved, sent towards goal, way high. And that'll end the third quarter. 13-6 your score from Alumni Field. Long Beach Marines have 12 minutes to go before securing what would be a big victory on a beautiful Saturday afternoon where it's their senior day. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a moment here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
Hey parents, Varsity Media is now offering ISO video of just your athlete. Why settle for the wide angle that shows every player on the field? With our ISO video, your athlete is front and center the entire game. This footage will help in creating highlight videos for college coaches to better pinpoint your athlete's play on the field. Watching our video will help your athlete improve progressively throughout the season and may lead to a college scholarship. Varsity Media is now booking ISO videos for the spring, but spots are limited. Contact us today for lacrosse, baseball, softball, and tennis by calling 516-403-2050 or emailing ben@varsitymedia.net.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
Back live from Alumni Field in Long Beach. I'm Kevin Bunk, joined by my partner Brian Soper. 12 minutes to go. It's on the clock. 13-6 the score. And Brian, just an unbelievable offensive performance today. Really both ends for Long Beach. What's worked for Coach Pearl's squad?
Their ability to push the ball in transition, their ability to finish, their ability to share the ball. It's really obvious that they really love playing each other. Making a lot of moms out there really happy, right? Wishing all the moms out there happy Mother's Day tomorrow. Nothing better than getting a win, watching your son get a win on Senior Day.
And quickly on Senior Day, we'll shout out Jason Fina here, who is somebody that, again, Coach spoke really high about, said he's going to be very successful in life. Said he's a really nice kid, but out of the guys on the team and the guys that he coaches year-round, he said Fina's one of those people that you can tell is just a leader in life, and he's going to have a terrific life ahead of him after his time at Long Beach High.
Yeah, Maryland, right, DECA state champ, entrepreneur type kid. Might have to go ask him for some business tips or ideas after the game, but Fina's going to be someone who's going to be very successful. His favorite thing about Long Beach? No shoes.
Great perk of living in Long Beach. And his advice to future players is love the game, which obviously is something that I think we don't acknowledge maybe when we're younger players, is love the game while you play it. And obviously for Fina, he gets that, shows maturity as a person.
Yeah, and he says, the lacrosse memory he'll never forget is, obviously Oceanside, Long Beach, pretty rival border towns, right? Beating them in grade 8 was the highlight for him.
So a timeout, 13-6 is the score, 11:47. We're just 13 seconds into this final quarter. And Coach Chin still trying to, at the very least, even if you think this is insurmountable at 7 goals, Coach Chin showing his intensity always and trying to get his team to finish strong here, narrow that gap.
Yeah, Herricks, they had a 25-15 win against Great Neck. That stopped a 5-game skid where they played some really tough teams in Syosset, Mepham, Friends, Lynbrook. But, they got bigger goals, right? Playoffs are down the road. Hofstra, get that Varsity Media pass for all the games at Hofstra. Coach Chin's going to keep coaching to the final whistle.
So moving left to right here, it is.
Little 1-4 Mumbo type look.
It'll be Long Beach ball.
Just too many turnovers if you're Herricks. You look back to the keys for Herricks. Stop Long Beach in transition. Didn't really do that. Limit turnovers versus pressure, whether it's the ride or 6-on-6. That didn't really happen for Coach Chin so far.
Long Beach looking to add on to what's already a 7-goal lead.
The last time these teams met was in 2021, 16-10 win by Long Beach. So if this is a game that's going to continue with the new, way they align conferences, the last Herricks win was in 1997, 9-5 win over Long Beach.
Good pickup there. Looking to get rid of it with a pass, but lost his footing. Took some contact. That was Brody Rydell. Long Beach keeping it for now, though. Ball on the ground. Can they come up with it? Yes, they will. Rydell.
Good scrap. Rydell, John Parks for Herricks.
Finally coming up with that was Kean Donahue.
Smart pass through X.
Shot from the top, not going to go. Just missed high again. Brody Rydell, couple misses by inches in this second half.
Yeah, he had 9 goals. Rydell had 9 goals and 3 assists as a freshman.
That'll end the shot clock there as it ticks down. Herricks takes it the other way with some space, approaching the 10-minute mark in the fourth. Szymanski.
Yeah, only an 8th grader.
Having some trouble there against the very physical Muskin. Almost coming up with that was Bodie Wardana. Now he does. Gets rid of it for Conway, who unloads and just misses wide right of the post.
Yeah, Melee's just been under pressure the entire game today. Herricks has a good lineage of goalies as well. How about Charlie Cipriano? 1,366 saves at Herricks before going on to Fairfield, and then a little PLL work with the Water Dogs. And Mikey DeMeo is going to be coaching at 4 o'clock for Chaminade. Absolute legend goaltender for Herricks. Went on to play at Hofstra.
Conway puts it on. That's going to be saved by Melee, who has just faced an absolute barrage of shots and high-quality ones at that from Long Beach.
Yeah, 2 games of over 20 saves. 18 saves twice.
How about that rip? Jonathan Hayes. No hesitation, pulls the trigger and buries far side.
Hayes has shown the ability to be the complete lacrosse player today. He can feed it. He can shoot it. Watch the placement of this shot coming. A little slip to the pop, bang. Perfect placement off the pipe. With these new nets, you hear that clang from up here. No better sound if you're a shooter. No worse sound if you're a goalie.
Rory Ahern checks out of the game. Checking in for him is senior Oliver Turner. Nice round of applause for both players there. As you imagine, Jason Pearl will start to unload some of the seniors.
Yeah, perhaps, 11, Giancarlo Piccolino, senior defenseman. Real solid defender. Brings a lot of depth to that Long Beach defense.
Yeah, when I asked Coach Pearl about him, he just described his role on the team as a defenseman that could probably start on most squads, but they just have so much depth there that he gets the short end, and he's been really mature about it. He's been a great team player about it. Coach Pearl, you could hear it in his voice, the inflection, when speaking about Giancarlo.
Yeah, 14's out there. Juan Brody, D-mid, 2027 class. On the ball now.
There's a shot and a beauty. Putting that in for Herricks. And it was Braden Haas, another one for him today.
Cannot let Haas get to his right hand. Has an absolute howitzer. Hand cannon. Simple, right? Little swim. Good defense. Rolls back. Kind of, a little bit of like an S-type dodge. Good job getting his hands back to his right hand. Actually helps his angle there and buries the ball.
Another face-off won today for Tyler Parker. He's been the sole reason his team's been in the driver's seat all day, now with a 7-goal lead. Conway's got it, gives it back to Hayes.
Yeah, Timmy Miller just subbed out. Really impressed with his athleticism and length at long stick midi.
Hayes looking to make a move. It's back to his left, gives it up for Farrell. Farrell, hesitation. Going to move now against the short stick, good footwork. Sends it back to Conway. Good movement here. A shot save made by Melee.
Yeah, off the kneecap. Long Beach team's tough. They're a tough team to zone. They're unselfish. They move the ball. Have multiple shooters. Can stretch it.
Oliver Turner had it. Coach Pearl shouting for a timeout. And I don't think it was granted to him as they didn't have clear possession. Mirski and Donahue now for Farrell. Farrell gets a screen, sends it back for Charlie Conway.
You know that.
Nice skip shot. Jonathan Hayes bounces it in from deep out. 15-7 now. Your score, 6:48 to play.
Jono can shoot the Rocco. Unbelievable game by him. Kind of swishing and dishing. All right, like the Knicks, hopefully, against the Celtics. Hayes has been money for the Marines.
Again, your score now 15-7, 6:48 to play on this Saturday afternoon from Alumni Field at Long Beach High School. A beautiful spring afternoon. A little bit of wind going on out there, but not affecting these Long Beach players, that's for certain. Off the face-off, we get a whistle. Long Beach will have possession.
Yeah, Jason Fina, the future millionaire entrepreneur. He's out there on attack for Long Beach.
Getting his guys in now is Jason Pearl trying to get these seniors some action. There's Conway. Gives it to Hayes. Back now to Donahue. Takes some contact now. Over to Conway.
Good job using both sides of the field.
There's a shot and a beauty. What a rip by Brody Rydell. Finally, after a couple wide misses on similar shots, he finds the back of the net.
Just multiple shooters for Long Beach. They got 5 or 6 guys that can spread the floor, spread the field, shoot it from distance. The ball's just on a string, right? It's going from one side to the other. Goalie's tracking it left to right. Then you get a step-down hammer by Rydell. Your uncle used to shoot like that, Brody. Trust me, I had to save a few of them. Or try, at least.
16-7 now, your score. I'm glad I never had to save a few of those. Possession battle. Won by Long Beach. Donahue has been sneaky good on those ground balls, trying to take the possession for his team today. It's not just scoring.
Yeah, well-rounded attackman. You know, you got to ride, you got to scoop GBs, got to be able to shoot, got to be able to feed. For a sophomore, Donahue's the whole package.
Jason Fina got a great look there, the senior, but was denied. Under 6 to play now. 16-7 lead for the Marines. There's a shot on and a crisp save made by Aiden DeRupo.
Yeah, just a smooth save, easy one for him. Right in his breadbasket. I just like how he makes saves and he controls rebounds. The ball's not flying around. He's not just a stopper. He's got really soft hands. Coach Volpe and Delphi know how to recruit goalies. Dylan Renner might be the best goalie in Division 1, 2, or 3.
Here comes Herricks off a turnover from Brody Wan.
Yeah, Ari K's out there. You see those hands, right? You can't fake hands. You either got them or you don't. And DeRupo has them.
There's a rush, almost putting it in. Couldn't handle it, though. Tried to move quick was Jason Fina. He's knocking on the door, though. 2 possessions now, where Fina's been in the right place.
There he goes, right? Giancarlo Piccolino in there. Go get it, kid. Make a memory.
There's a heave downfield. Wide open man was Duggar.
Brooklyn Mulligan getting in there.
It's a shot and a save again. Aiden DeRupo.
He's a smooth operator. Love the way he catches the ball.
Guardano loses it.
Will we see Richie Bear?
Bit of a tie-up. And coming away clean, Charlie Conway, who's had a terrific afternoon. Now up to Rydell. Scored the most recent goal. Tyler Parker with it, and now a timeout called. You wonder.
It's it. That's what he did. He's calling a timeout. It's Bear time.
And you see him, number 24, Richie Bear. Getting some fist bumps from teammates. You expect he comes into this game here for Aiden DeRupo, who had a terrific afternoon, having a very nice season for Long Beach. DeRupo, a junior, so they have another year of him here.
I just like when you see a goalie, they start out very young, and he's took his lumps, 53%. Next year, 57% as a second-year starter. Now he's hovering around 60%. You just love to see the confidence growing from a goalie, and the sky's the limit for him next year. It'd be interesting to see where Long Beach falls next year in terms of conferences, because there's a lot of young talent, perhaps sniffing around Conference 1 and 2.
And again, Richie Bear, who we expect to come in, play net, the senior. Reiterate what Coach told me about him. He's a great backup. Coach Pearl had said, you don't know what every backup goalie looks like, but he'd confidently say they have one of the better backup goalies that you'll find on Long Island and on any of the teams that they play against. And for a guy, senior, probably 17, 18 years old, to be able to go out there, you don't get the starting job. You don't even get much of a chance to compete for it because you battle injury, but then you take a junior under your wing, and you hear the round of applause here for number 24, Richie Bear, who's in net.
It's not an easy thing to do. When I played at Hicksville way back when, we had a similar thing where we had upperclassmen and younger talent. It's not always a great mix. This is a great mix, right? A lot of these younger guys are taught and shown the way by the seniors, who are their biggest cheerleaders. That pasta party last night, every senior showed up. They ate all the meatballs, hosted by the Donahue family. Just awesome stuff happening in Long Beach.
So Oliver Turner get another look there, missed wide off of a loose ball. See if they can get one of these seniors who just checked in a goal with the ball now. Dylan Brown for Long Beach.
Yeah, freshman.
Maddox Kane had it, gave it up top. Tyler Parker scores! Dominates the face-off all day, and Tyler Parker gets a chance at a rip, and he doesn't waste it.
Well deserved. Not sure if that's his stick or he had to borrow a stick from an offensive player. But what a great look over the top. Maddox Kane. Unbelievable job feeding Parker. That kid deserved the goal. He's been, then just grab your stick and go face off, Tyler.
You were right. That is a different stick there.
I think that's his third goal of the season for Tyler Parker. But Maddox Kane, 5 goals, 3 assists. Man, they're feeling it today. The Marines are living like Guerin.
17-7 to score, 2:42 to play. Parker scores the goal. Now he's back to take the face-off. And, of course, comes away with a win. Moving the ball around here. Dylan Brown has it. Over to Parker. Couldn't handle it. Scoops it up now.
42, that's Jagger Chernoff. Going to take a guess that's the younger brother of Maverick, who's at St. Leo.
Bounce towards goal from Maddox Kane was deflected. Chasing it, Oliver Turner, the senior.
Come on, Ollie.
Scoops it up. Let's see what he can do. Over 2 minutes to play in the fourth. Turner on the run. Takes a few checks. Gets rid of it. Looking to center up. They couldn't. It was deflected. Chance to just put one on was Jason Fina. Kind of golfed it towards net.
Yeah, golf, hockey. You got Lido Golf Course here. You got a ice rink a couple miles down the road. Fina was looking to get one.
See if Herricks can do something now with 1:40 to go. Down by 10. They've unloaded a lot of their bench.
Yeah, Herricks is banged up. You hope that they can get healthy for the playoffs. This young man is dealing with that ankle.
Duggar puts it towards goal. And how about the save for Richie Bear?
Put that one on the Instagram. He'll be surfing tonight, right? Riding the waves, right? Feeling the flow, thinking about that stick side high save he just made on Senior Day.
68 seconds to play here on Senior Day. 17-7, Long Beach leads. It's going to be a big win for them at home. See if Herricks can finish strong, though.
You look at the record of Long Beach, like 6-7. They're going to even it up now. But their non-league schedule with Plainview, Lehigh, Oceanside, Pequot, Port, Dalers, Cary, that's their losses. Those are really good teams. MacArthur win, a Mepham win, Floral Park, beating Hewlett, beating Island Trees.
Charles Muskin on a mission. Good passing here. Shot off the post by Jason Fina.
Yeah, the freshman tried to feed the senior.
Dylan Brown, the freshman, looking for something to do with it.
Good defense by Connor Chang. Herricks is still playing hard.
There's Turner. Oliver Turner takes some contact. Now gives it back to the freshman. 2 seconds to go. 1. And the horn sounds. A big win for Long Beach. And the entire team heads out in the direction of goal, where Richie Bear made a big save, got one. Good job by Jason Pearl unloading this one, but a big win today, Brian, for Long Beach.
Exactly what Coach Pearl was looking for. Send the seniors out with a W. Reward the mothers for Mother's Day tomorrow. But just a game of runs, and Long Beach just put together some really impressive early offense in that first half and never looked back.
So that'll do it today for us. 17-7, your final score, Long Beach over Herricks. I think the entire team here, executive producer Ben Turkin, technical director Kevin Catalanato did a great job today. My partner Brian Soper, our camera operators Chris Dory and Jeff Damo, who did a great job last night in the rain for us as well. For myself, Kevin Bunk, enjoy your Mother's Day tomorrow to all the great mothers watching, and a congrats to all the Long Beach seniors on a great career. We appreciate you sticking with us this afternoon on the Varsity Media Sports Network.